5 o'clock in the morning and we have had a night. We've got 30 knots at the moment, or 31. And we've got 3 reefs in and we're surrounded by squalls and it's horrible. It's pretty gnarly out here, right?
It's pretty
good weather window. We had, well, do you remember the last time we had a nice sail?
Yeah, not this stretch of water.
Yeah, no, the Marshall Islands is, yeah, we're sitting under the convergence zone, which isn't helping, and it's just cack.
Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and click on the bell icon to be notified of future episodes.
Ailuk Lagoon lies 240 miles north of Majuro. It is known as the Island of Sails due to the large number of traditional canoes used there. We allowed 1.5 days for the passage and planned to leave Majuro in the evening in order to have good light on our approach to the pass at Ailuk. And it was a little bumpy and busy on the helm for the first 60 miles between Majuro and Aur atolls. With a suitable weather window showing moderate winds from the northeast to east-northeast, it was going to be a close-hauled trip, but hopefully a lot calmer than our last trip to Maloelap Atoll in March. The seas here tend to pick up due to the currents and prevailing winds, along with the added effects of any squalls due to being right in the middle of the convergence zone. Well, that was a wild and woolly night. Lots of squalls, lots of rain, lots of reefing in, out, shake it all about. We now have a sedate 10-knot breeze. Hopefully now the convergence zone is behind us and blue skies ahead. So yes, looking forward to enjoying our day today. We're also in the lee of Aur, so it should be nice and smooth and champagne, which is just how we like it.
Squally, squally!
Yeah, just 30 knots, but it's somewhat the edge of it, hopefully. We're kind of keeping the hammer down so that we can just scoot in front of it or see how we go so it doesn't get completely over us.
Get through it quickly.
We'll see. It's a little bit grey ahead. Bit of a contrast. That was a big squall that's just kind of all pushed off that way now. But there's another one dead ahead. We've slowed down and it's pushing this way. We'll just let him carry on his merry way, I think. There's some blue skies coming up now, so shouldn't be too long a wait. Well, after all that squall action earlier, it is now clear blue skies. We are pottering along at just over 6 knots. Very, very pleasant. And I've just made a rather nice bean salad for lunch. So I'm going to get into that. Very pleasant.
Sailing attire. Sailing in your pants.
Yeah.
With your tash.
Too much information. Well, it kind of goes together, doesn't it? You know, wife beater, dodgy undies, and a tash.
It's 4 o'clock on Sunday afternoon and we are having a lovely sail now. There are so far no more squalls on the horizon. Rob's down just having a wee sleep and it's beautiful out here. We're cruising along at 7.5 knots. We've got 16 knots of wind just on the beam. It's just lovely. It's lovely to be out here. And over to our starboard side we have the island of Maloelap, which is the last island that we visited. And it's amazing, we can't see it at all. It is, we know it's there because it's on the map. These islands are so low lying. There's literally no sign that there is any life over there whatsoever. And yeah, it's a lovely Sunday afternoon on the Haven.
Midnight, day 2. We're due to arrive at about 9 in the morning. A little comment about squalls. This area is a pain in the arse. We've been looking at Predictwind, we've been doing as much as we can to choose a good weather window, and none of the squalls are forecast really. So we have just had our 3rd squall of the evening. We've got 2 reefs in now, and we were on the edge of having to go to a 3rd, but I just slowed the boat down and just waited for it to pass really. That's the other challenge with this two-handing thing, is that if both of you are up doing 3 or 4 sail changes every single night, then you don't get good rest. So you have to compromise either the sailing performance of the boat, or the fact that you're going to put the boat in a position that it's safe while things blow over. So yeah, just wanted to let people know that sailing up here is pretty challenging, to be honest.
It's 3:15 and my clear skies didn't last long. I've just fired up the radar and I've got more squalls, so I'm just waiting to see what they're going to do. There's 2 reefs in the main, so that's okay. I've got full head sail out, so I might just reef that if the wind gets up, but yeah, I am so over squalls on this trip.
Well, I'm experiencing a lazy equatorial sunrise this morning. Had a rocky rolly night last night, a few squalls on the way through, but we made it, and there are blue skies ahead. It's glorious out here this morning. Joe's getting some much needed rest, and we've still fairly heavily reefed, but doing good speed that will get us to the reef entrance just on high tide slack. So we're not really rushing too much, just want to time it for that really, and it's nice and quiet, so just going to enjoy it with a morning cup of tea.
Pretty much approaching the atoll of Ailuk. Got a couple more turns to do before we get to the pass that goes into the lagoon. We can see the very low-lying islets that start to make up this lagoon. Very, very low-lying indeed. Sail down, beating into it for this last little bit of the trip. You smell delightful, darling.
I had my first shower in 3 days. I feel wonderful.
Yeah, but just before we're going to be starting on the bow, come in the sunscreen.
Yeah, should be right.
You do smell nice though.
Thank you. Just going into the pass. It's the Aurapu channel, I'm being told. Sorry, it is the Aurapu channel is where we're going. And it's just over there. Ailuk Lagoon covers a 70 square mile area and has 3 main passes. The Aurapu channel is the most southern and has an interesting dogleg once in the lagoon. As our Garmin and Navionics maps were known to be incorrect, we cross-referenced Google Maps satellite images to our GPS position and got corrected waypoints into the lagoon. We then stood lookout and made our way into the lagoon with no problems. We intentionally waited until after 10 in the morning so we had good light to transit the lagoon and dodge a few bommies on the way into the anchorage at Ailuk Village.
Ta-da!
Ta-da indeed, we've just had a lovely lunch after putting the hook down in a lovely anchorage.
In Ailuk!
Yep.
Yay! Tomorrow we are going in to meet the mayor. Well, we've met the mayor already, but we've got some stuff for him. I'm going to go and pay our visitor permit fee. Have a little wander around the village, I think. Do you think? We think. That's all we'll do tomorrow. But for now, it's going to be dinner, which is a red curry, and then bed, early night. Because I don't know why, because it was only a 2-night passage, but we are both knackered.
It's like a real jet laggy thing, hey?
Yeah, a short passage is worse than a long passage, isn't it? It sounds rude, that, doesn't it? I prefer a long passage to a short passage. But yeah, because like 2 nights, you kind of just the second night you're just getting into it, and then you're here, so it's all a bit odd, really. But there, I'm waffling now, so I'm going to say a very good evening from the Atoll of Ailuk, where we will be spending the next 6 or 8 weeks.
Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe and leave us a comment below. If you'd like to support our journey, please head over to our Ko-fi page and buy us a coffee. For real-time updates, please check our Facebook and Instagram pages.